In today's video, we're going to change out the shift lever and the shift detent in the steering column of a 61 Thunderbird. The first step is going to be to pull this center cap off, and then we'll use a 15/16 socket to remove that nut in the center. If you'll notice the scribe marks on there lining up the column with the steering wheel, you'll have to line that back up when you put it on. So we'll use the steering wheel puller on here and we'll pull this wheel off. If you happen to notice that your pointer doesn't line up with any of the gears, that's your first indication that you need to change your shift lever and your detent. Next, we're going to remove these two Phillips screws. With those screws removed, we can pull out this plastic indicator plate. Next, we're going to push in on this little spring-loaded pin and remove this little C-clip. Be careful you don't drop that. Next, we're going to remove the turn signal stalk. There are some flat spots for a wrench if you need it. This one is loose enough to do by hand. There's also a metal plate on the top of the column that just reach in there and pull that out of the way, and that gives you access to your indicator light for the column. Next, we're going to remove the two screws that hold the indicator light in. With those screws out of the way, we can pull the indicator light out and reveal the screw that holds the black shift plate in. We'll take that out next. Next, we should be able to work this turn signal indicator plate out, and we'll set that aside. There are three screws holding the there's a retaining clip behind there. We'll remove those three screws and remove that retaining clip. You can see the snap ring in there. I'll get some snap ring pliers and I'll remove that. Next, we're going to remove the two nuts that hold the shift plate in, and those bolts have a square head on the other end. Be careful not to lose track of those. Next, we're going to take out the turn signal switch to give ourselves a little room to work in here. We're going to remove the drift pin that holds the shifter in place. Now we can remove the shift plate and get to the detent on the back, and we'll change that. If you look at the difference in the new one and the old one, you can see there's considerable wear in this area. There's a lot more material here. And if we compare the new shifter to the old shifter, you can see the difference in material here and here. Now install the new shifter and drive the roll pin back in. Next, we'll install the two nuts with the square-headed bolts that hold the shift plate down. The square heads will engage in some slots in the column and help pull that back. And my horn wire was broken from the ring. I'll have to order another ring, but I made sure I brought the wire through and taped it up. And now we can put the turn signal switch back. Next, we'll reinstall the snap ring, reinstall the retainer plate, reinstall the turn signal plate with the spring and the C-clip, reinstall the indicator backing plate and the light. Make sure the orange indicator on the light is aligned with the slot in the backing plate, and then reinstall the cover plate. Screw the turn signal lever back in. Now this indicator plate, it has the button for the horn to operate, and that wire was broke off of there, and I'm going to have to order a new one of these plates. I'm just going to put this one in for now, and I'll reinstall it later. Next, reinstall the steering wheel and make sure that all of your indicators line up when you change the gears. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell for any upcoming videos.